Hey, before we jump in, do me a quick favor and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button down below. It really, really helps the channel out. Okay, let's get into it because there's a huge problem with podcasts right now. So, we're going to talk about a brand new AI that's, and I'm not exaggerating, totally changing the game for how we get our news. Imagine an AI that sits through hours of podcasts so you don't have to. And trust me, the story behind why this thing even exists is just as fascinating as the technology itself. Okay, so here's the deal. The whole media landscape has been turned on its head. If you think you're staying up to date just by reading the usual news websites, well, you're actually missing the biggest stories. The real action, the place where news breaks now, yeah, it's moved. And check this out, this quote from Bloomberg really hits the nail on the head. The world's most influential people, especially tech CEOs, they're skipping the big press conferences. Instead, they're going on these friendly, long-form podcasts to drop major news and air their talking points without a filter. So what does that mean for us? It creates a massive problem, right? I mean, who has the time to listen to dozens of 3-hour-long shows every week just hoping to find that one golden nugget of information? It's impossible. It is the definition of information overload. Well, someone decided to tackle that exact problem. There's this new app, it's called Particle, and its whole reason for being is to solve this. And the idea is so simple, but honestly, it's brilliant. What if you had an AI that could do all that boring listening for you? And listen, this isn't just some random app thrown together in a weekend. We're talking about a team of former Twitter engineers. You know, the people who literally built the plumbing for how news travels around the world. They lived this problem, they saw it up close, and they built a laser-focused solution for it. So what's their big promise? It all comes down to one single number, 45 seconds. That's it. Instead of you grinding through hours and hours of audio, the app finds the single most important, most relevant 45-second clip from a podcast related to a story you're already following. And the way it works is just slick. It's so seamless. You're just doing your thing, scrolling through your newsfeed, right? You tap on an article to read it, and bam! This related podcast clip just pops up. You can hit play and listen right there, or you can even just read the transcript while it highlights the words as they're spoken. Super simple. Okay, so how on earth does it actually do that? This is where the tech gets really, really cool. And the most important thing you need to get is this. Particle's AI is a matcher, not a maker, and that is a huge difference. The secret sauce is something called vector embeddings. Now, don't let the name scare you. The easiest way to think about it is like a search engine on steroids, a search engine for meaning. It's not just looking for keywords. It actually understands the context of a story and can find the precise moment in a 3-hour podcast where they're talking about that very same idea. And this is why that whole matcher, not a maker thing is so crucial. You've heard about generative AI, right? The kind that can sometimes, well, make stuff up. They call it hallucinating. Particle doesn't do that. It's not creating anything new. It's just finding and matching real existing content. It's pulling the actual audio, not inventing it, which means you can actually trust it to be accurate. So you've got the vector embeddings doing the heavy lifting, but that's not all. Particle also uses its own smart AI logic to figure out the perfect place to start and stop a clip so it, actually makes sense on its own. And for the transcripts, they're using top-tier tech from the AI voice company 11 Labs to make sure they're super accurate. But wait, it gets even better. Clipping audio from news stories is cool, but there's another feature in here that is, and I mean this, an absolute game changer. It's going to completely change how you follow specific people or topics. They call it the entity hack. Seriously, just think about this for a sec. Let's say you want to track everything, and I mean everything that a particular CEO says in public. How would you even begin to do that right now? Subscribe to 50 different podcasts and just hope you catch their appearances? No way. It's basically impossible. So here's the magic trick. Particle's AI sees more than just words. It identifies and tags entities, which is just a fancy way of saying people, places, or companies. And by organizing everything this way, well, it unlocks a totally new and incredibly powerful way to track information. What this means is you can literally go to a dedicated page for, say, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, and bam, you get your own personal feed of every single one of his recent podcast appearances, with all the important moments already clipped and ready for you. It's like having your own personal intelligence analyst on call 24/7. It's wild. Okay, so when you see a tool this powerful, you gotta ask 2 questions, right? 1, how are they making money? And 2, who is actually using this thing? So let's take a look at their business model and who their users are. Because the answer might just surprise you. They do have an optional subscription. It's called Particle Plus, and it's pretty cheap, about $3 a month. And for that, you get some pretty cool premium features. You can actually ask the AI to summarize news in whatever style you want. Like, hey, explain this to me like I'm 5. Or you can pick from different AI voices to listen to your audio feed. Kind of neat. But here's the really surprising part. Who's using it? Get this, even before they launched an Android app, more than half of their weekly users, 55%, were from outside the US. Their second biggest market isn't the UK or Canada, it's India. That just goes to show you there is a massive global hunger for a tool like this. So look, there's no doubt Particle is an incredible tool for us, the consumers. It saves a ton of time, it surfaces the stuff that actually matters. But it leaves us with this giant nagging question about the future. What happens if we all start using AI to just listen to 45-second highlights? What happens to the podcasters making those 3-hour shows? If nobody's downloading the full thing, how do they sell ads and make a living? This amazing convenience could be the first shot fired in a whole new war in the creator economy. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments.